Hey guys, welcome to the next installment of the Pimp's Lair. All things pimping. Hey guys, I just got back from Southern California, man. I'm in Central California. I just got back from being down there in the Burbank area, man. And that was fascinating, man. Like, there's so much money down there in LA, man. Like, everybody wants to be a rapper or entertainer or dancer or a singer or a musician or a fucking actor. Or even porn is huge down there. Everybody wants to be somebody, and I think that's the quintessential nature of the human existence. And that's why I had to make this video, guys, because what I saw down there really gave me a clarification of what to tell you guys. And I first wanted to share with you guys that whenever you watch a video, this is what's going through your mind. It's called WIFFM. What's in it for me? That's all people want to know, man. And so if within the first few minutes the video's not telling them what's in it for them, they very quickly click off. What's in it for you guys that come to this channel, man? This channel is basically for beta males who want to get into the pimping lifestyle, the pimping mindset, the pimping way of living. This is not necessarily for a guy who is already a pimp, because a pimp, I think pimps are born, not made. Some dudes just naturally come out, and I think that it's just a combination of, your parental upbringing and, where you're at in the pecking order with your siblings, right? But that's not to say that a pimp can't be made. It's just it's some hard work, because pimping's not easy. And so if you aren't born with those specific skills, you can come here, my friends. I'm going to teach them to you. And the first one, you got to stop being a beta male. You got to stop being a bitch boy. You got to stop being a soft, simpy, chimpanzee, mangina. You got to remember all those terms, guys, because you can't be a pimp like that. I wanted to let you guys know that, because when a person asks the question, "What's in it for me?" then you have to be able to add value, because time is our biggest commodity, guys. Time is the one thing you cannot get back. The only thing more precious than time is your health, man. Yeah, because without health, you don't have anything. You don't even want to be around for any time if your health is all fucked up, right? So with that being said, I wanted to give you a background synopsis on what qualifies me to give pimping information to beta male bitch boys, chimpanzees, right, manginas. And this is very important, because when you see the word pimping or pimp's lair or all things pimping, real pimp's going to come in and check your pimp hand to see if it's strong. They want to see if you're giving out real pimping knowledge. And I wanted to give a disclaimer. I'm not giving knowledge to seasoned pimps, because they don't need my knowledge. This is entry-level pimping 101, so to speak, to get you into the ground floor so that you are no longer taken advantage of by women. And the reason being, guys, is once you adapt a pimp's mindset or a pimp's mentality or a pimp's perspective of life, when a pimp sees a woman, man, all he sees is dollar bills. He doesn't see her fat ass. He doesn't see her voluptuous tits. He doesn't see her pouty mouth. And even if he does, he's looking at him like, kind of like me when I see, let's say, a 50 caliber machine gun, right? And when I see the barrel, I don't think about putting my fucking cock in it, man. When I see the firing pin, man, I don't see myself, pumping into it. I look at it like a weapon of destruction that I can use to enforce my will upon weaker people who think that violence is brutal and barbaric and unnecessary. You see, coming from another country, living in the jungle, and then coming to the concrete jungles of New York, Chicago, Detroit, Philly. For those of you who have not been there, shut the fuck up until you're there in the wintertime and it's cold and everybody's hungry and motherfuckers is going to eat. And the weak, they shall not inherit the earth there. The weak shall become part of the earth when their bones go back to the ground and the dirt, right? Because only the strong survive through that shit. That's why I love it. So the point I'm making is this, guys. When I look at a machine gun, man, or a rifle, or like some grenades or some explosives, I don't get turned on sexually. I get turned on to the fact that I can utilize those tools to get whatever I want from weak people in society that don't believe in that type of existence. And so that's what separates a pimp from a trick. When a pimp sees a fine hoe, in his mind he's like, he's not going, I'm gonna drink her bathwater. I'll do whatever you want me to do. I'll be your doormat. The pimp's thinking, my. What tools does she have for me to utilize? The pimps remind me of a big bad wolf. So before I get off topic, I want to give you the reason that you beta males should listen to me. First of all, I came from another country, man, and just so you guys know, when you go to other countries, man, like in the Caribbean, like you go to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, where else is a good place? Those are two good countries. You go to Brazil, man. You go to Colombia or Peru. There's a plethora of just beautiful, naturally beautiful women that are very sexual. They're free with their sexuality, but they're very poor. So then when you inculcate into their mindset that, hey, you're very sexual, you enjoy sex, you enjoy the attention you get from men. Because over there, like, is what I'm trying to say is, it's like being in Russia. The percentages of women to men there's more women than men. It's like 10-1, man. That's why you look on these YouTube channels, you see a lot of dudes going to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Brazil, for Colombia and Peru. Not only women drop dead gorgeous, dude. It's a lot of them. And the thing about it, when you have large numbers of women, beautiful women competing with each other, they forget that they're beautiful because, I mean, the playing field is so high, right? But here's the problem with that. Then if you don't have a pimp's mindset, you bring them back to the United States, and all these beta male simp bitch boys, chimpanzees, manginas, blowing their heads up like these Instagram thoughts. Then all of a sudden they're going to think they're something better than what they are. Whereas a pimp keeps a woman in her place, man. It keeps her subjugated, lets her know, hey, you are here to make my life better. And as long as you make the king's life better, then you shall eat. Otherwise, you shall cease to exist. So the reason I bring that up is because, guys, when I moved here, my dad had 8 brothers and 7 sisters. He's the baby. Two of my older uncles on my dad's side were full-blown pimps in New York City, like pimping hand. And they inculcated into all the boys to be pimps. But they also inculcated in their daughters to be streetwise and know the game so that their daughters shall not be pimped. You know, it's funny. They want to pimp other people's daughters, but they don't want their daughters to be pimped. I got it. And then on my mother's side, man, I had an uncle that was a pimp on her side, and he was like a gorilla pimp, dude. My other 2 uncles were more like psychological pimps, like they get in a woman's mind. They believe that if you capture a woman's mind, her body will follow. My uncle on my mom's side, he was just a gorilla pimp. He would put the fear of God in him, like, you're gonna sell this pussy and give me the money. He was a straight. That's when I knew that pimps are gangsters for real. Because a pimp, man, if you mess with his women, dude, he's got to enforce the law because the pimp has to let the women know. See, so this is how I understand pimping evolved. And I'm going to, in my series, I got a series called Pimping University, All Things Pimping. And I'm going to go into the history of it. But see, what back east, I know for sure what happened is it's a cold, cruel place. So if a woman's just selling some pussy, man, there's some barbaric gorilla type dudes, man. Nothing can stop them from just taking the pussy if they want. They can, hey, baby, how much, you know what I'm saying, go up in your kitty cat? Oh, that's going to be 50, baby. Oh, get in the car. Ain't nothing to stop dude from just straight taking it and maybe smoking the bitch. And bitches know that, right? But if you got a pimp who's a beast, he's a gorilla. But you know, with the ladies, he got a smooth tongue. But with a dude on the street, a vato or wood or a negro, and you messing with his woman, you messing with his women, man. His harem. You get your ass smoked, man. So you have to maintain that reputation on the street that, hey man, you fuck one of my hoes, motherfucker, I'll smoke your ass, right? So that you keep your women in check because they know, like, hey, they feel safe and secure doing their business because they know the pimp got their back. So me growing up seeing that kind of stuff, guys, I just very quickly learned to understand just through osmosis and living vicariously to my uncles what it took to be a pimp. So when my story, if you guys don't know, over my OG Silverback channel, I was in the military, special forces, Green Beret, black operations type dude. I like that kind of murderous shit. And then I saw that, and no offense to you other military guys, man, I salute you. Thank you for serving this country. We need you guys. But I became awoke to the corruption of the United States. Like when I went in, I was one of the Puerto Ricans. Like there's two kind of Puerto Ricans. There's some that, get with the program. They're square. They go to college. They can get a degree, get a job, pay their taxes, raise their families, right? And be a law-abiding citizen. That was me. And then there's some that's just into the game. They're hustlers, there's pimps, there's thieves, they're gangsters, drug dealers. I seen enough of those in my cousins that I didn't want to be that. But then when I was in the military, after I went to Panama and I went to Grenada on some excursions, man. And then they were going to send me to Kuwait. And, I was very fortunate to come back. Some of my comrades didn't make it back. And I got to graphically see in real life what happens when you take gunfire and bombs and shit, man. Just crazy shit, bro. And I just knew my mortality like I wasn't Superman, even though I thought I was. But when you come to grasp with your own mortality, bro, that's an eye opener. I wanted to be around for a long time, so I didn't want to go any more campaigns. So I remember I had 90 days left, and it's called ETS, estimated time of service. I was going to get out of Fort Worth, California, and my commanding officer tells me, because I'm a decorated soldier, that I'm going to take the young dudes and I'm going to go over to Kuwait, man, and wage war with the dudes over there. And I had 3 months left, dude. And I just barely made it out of the last one, man. The last fucking campaign I was on. Barely made it. I got shot in the head. Almost died. So I was like, I was scared. I'm going to be honest with you, man. So scared. Let me tell you something about fear. I think what makes a brave man brave is his ability to take positive action in the face of fear. I think anybody that says they're not afraid, they're either a fool or a buffoon, bro. Or they've never been in a life or death situation, bro. A fool or a buffoon, they've never really faced death. Because when you taste it and you smell it and you see it and you realize you cannot be around. Look, if you got people you care about, you want to be around to ensure that your seed gets the least grow, get some proper roots to be able to withstand the winds of time and change and volatile winds of life, right? You don't want to check out before it's your time and your seed hasn't really been planted properly. So anyway, man, I got scared, and so me and some of my comrades, man, we started smoking crack to get like amped up, because crack makes you amped up. You're fearless. And I didn't know I had addictive personality, man. I got hooked on crack. And after robbing several drug dealers to become the kingpin, not the kingpin, but a kingpin, I started selling pussy, bro. Yeah, because a lot of women had drug problems. I didn't just sell crack. I sold heroin, and I fucking sold speed, and I sold all kind of shit, bro. But a lot of women that have drug addiction, they come to you like they're looking for a freebie. That wasn't a trick. So it's like, oh, you want some free drugs? You don't have any money? I see, you see that businessman over there? Tell him you fucking suck him off in 5 minutes. He'll have the best fucking orgasm of his life. You know what I mean? $400. And then bring me the money back, and then I'll make it worth your while. It was just that simple. Because not only did I turn a girl that had a drug habit into a prostitute, right? Because she wanted to get high. But I made it very profitable for me because a prostitute, I mean, a woman that's on drugs, bro, she just wants to get high. She doesn't know the difference between a 20 sack or a 50 sack or a 100 sack. She just wants some dope. And so I would just give her enough. And here's the thing, guys. I had a drug house, man, so they could come in there and buy the drugs, and they can go ahead and use the drugs in there, right? And it was in the area of town where there's just a lot of traffic with people wanting to buy drugs. So it was very safe haven for them. You got it? They had safety, drugs, and a protector. So when they run out of drugs, man, I send them out on a mission again. And then sometimes, man, a lot of the times they would be bringing new dudes in, man, on drugs. And this is what I told them. Make sure the guy uses drugs with you. And make sure you get to see him in many different situations. So I'm just not some buster, just having maybe an undercover cop brought in. So the point of this video is this, guys. If you're not a natural pimp and you haven't had the experiences to be around, to have pimp game inculcated into you, I say that it's okay to ask for help, man. And if you see a pimp, man, just ask him for help. Say, hey, man, I'm tired of being a bitch boy. I'm tired of being a beta male simp. I'm tired of women just using me, man. And I was wondering if you can help me out. I'm not gonna delude you and say every pimp's gonna put you up on game. But look, a closed mouth doesn't get fed, bro. Only a squeaky wheel gets the oil, bro. And it's just like my uncle taught me. He said every day you just gotta talk to 100 girls, ask them they want to sell some pussy and give you the money. He said some will slap you, some will spit on you, some will kick you, some will throw their drink in your face, but a couple of them will do it. So you just gotta, every time you see a pimp, just go, hey man, damn man, I see how you living, man. Man, I want to live like that, man. Like what I gotta do, man, to learn, homie. Like what I gotta do to be part of the team. Maybe you have to be an enforcer for the pimp, Maybe you have to be like the escort when the whores are out doing their thing. Like you got to offer some service to the pimp. He's not just gonna have you pimp him because games to be sold, not told, baby. But if you can demonstrate to him that you're an asset to his organization, then dude will bring you into his inner circle, bro. And then you'll learn through osmosis. You'll learn through demonstration. You'll learn through mirroring. And here's another thing. Say you live in a small town, bro, and there's no pimps. Then what you want to do is your second best guess is to befriend an alpha male, man, and see how he treats women. Because pimps are alpha males, the only difference is pimps have no sympathy. Pimps is all about their paper. So if you go from being a beta male to an alpha, that is 100 times better than where you came from. But then from there, you keep watching this channel with those alpha male traits. I'm going to give you the mentality so you no longer look at a woman like, oh, she's such a beautiful, exquisite thing, and you just have compassion for her. You look at her like a commodity, like, hey, how can I utilize this creature's talents to enhance my financial portfolio? So if you like this type of conversation, dude, this path that we're headed down, man, thumbs up my video and like it. It's very important that you thumbs up because there's an algorithm that YouTube has. Without the thumbs up, it's not going anywhere. So thumbs up and like it. Put a comment in the comment section. And then if you're not subscribe to the channel. Hit the dark notification bell for all. And then I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, OG Silverback out.